Hey guys, I'm Gene Delasala, president of Audioholics, and we are here at the CEDIA 2016 Expo show in Dallas, Texas. We're here the night before. We're going to be covering the show for the next 2 days. You can see our signage right here. And we're going to be looking at all the new tech, all the major tech that affects our Audioholics readers, like the new AV receivers, the Atmos receivers. We're going to be checking if these guys are rating these things correctly with the power, because as you know, everybody likes to fudge the power specs when they add more channels. We're going to be talking about the networking features that they're adding. Everybody's got their own solution. You got Den and Heels for the whole home audio solution. You got Yamaha MusicCast. You got NAD with their Blue Sound. You got Google Cast, Firecast, and I'm sure there's a bunch of others that I have not mentioned in this video, but we will be covering in our live coverage of the show. We're also going to be looking at high-end speakers. There's some really high-end stuff here. We got Paradigm doing their 9H speaker, $30,000 speaker. I can't wait to hear that. RBH Sound is here with their SX system with the AMT tweeter. JBL synthesis. I mean, there's just so much cool stuff here, guys. This is the show to be at if you're a home theater geek or if you're really into an audiophile kind of person like we are. And then we're also going to be looking at soundbars because, as we understand it, soundbars have come a long way in the last couple of years. So we're going to be doing a lot more coverage of soundbars. We're not going to be ignoring this anymore because I know you guys want it. Delivering it. So stay tuned, check out our coverage online, check out our coverage on our YouTube video, and please subscribe to our channel, hit like, and thank you for your support. Okay, we're here with Rob Sample from Paradigm. Rob, why don't you tell us about the new speakers you have here?
Absolutely. You know, after several shows around the world showing what we called our Concept 4F, the very pinnacle of what we're capable of achieving, we're now launching the line officially, and it's now called the Persona 9H, H standing for hybrid. And the hybrid name comes from the fact that the woofer section is active and everything else is passive. So the woofer section are 2 forward-firing 8.5-inch woofers and 2 rearward-firing 8.5-inch woofers. Using our patented ultra-high excursion ART surround, active ridge technology, there is a 700-watt RMS amplifier on the front tube and a 700-watt RMS amp on the back tube. So that's a total of 1,400 watts per cabinet. Then we're crossing over to a pure beryllium 7-inch mid-range, which is crossed over to a pure beryllium 1-inch dome tweeter. The grills, the fancy grills on the front here, not only protect the beryllium, but they are also PPA, what we call perforated phase alignment tweeter lenses and mid-range lenses. They not only protect the grill, the cone material, but they actually act as phase alignment tools to smooth out the dispersion and the in-room response. So you get a more focused, more natural sound. There's actually more output at the listening position with these in front than there is without them.
Well, I noticed they're very efficient speakers. You said there were 96 dB efficiency, right?
That's right. So 96 dB makes them very easy to drive. As a matter of fact, it's only 68 watts to get all the way up to 120 decibels.
Yes, and in our demos, we heard that these things could play really loud in a large room, and they did so effortlessly.
Effortless is a word that we use. We can't help but use it because that really is one of the main things to describe these speakers. They're very effortless sounding.
Now, even though the woofers are active, we still just plug in a single speaker connector?
That's right. There are no line level inputs. We want to make it as simple as possible for our consumers. So you just plug in speaker level, your favorite speaker wire from your favorite electronics, and the speaker does all the rest as far as crossing everything over properly.
Great.
Want to take a look at the rest of the line?
Yeah, let's go look at the rest of the line. So it's not just the towers anymore, guys. This is a full production line.
We're finally there with the full line. So we have the 7F, F standing for floor standard, which is, I have to think in my brain, $25,000 a pair. The 5F, which is $17,000 a pair. We have the 3F, which is $10,000 a pair. And we have the B, simply the B, stands for bookshelf, and that is $7,000 a pair. All of these have pure beryllium mid-range tweeter. This, of course, is only a two-way, but the bass mid driver is in fact pure beryllium. To my knowledge, Gene, this is the only speaker in the world that only uses beryllium drivers.
Okay. For the mid and the tweeter.
For both.
Right. Is this the same driver that's in all the other mids? Or is it a little
motor
different?
Structure is different because it's doing dual
Got to
duty
do a little bit more
of
bass.
woofer and mid-range, yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's the same cone and the same profile.
Now you have a center channel as well.
Now I have a center channel because there's going to be people who want to make a really killer home theater. This is the C, the Model C, and it's $7,000. And the subwoofer is a little further down the road, but it's based on the balanced design of the Sub 1 and Sub 2, our current top-of-the-line models. So again, there's two woofers here, two woofers here, and two woofers here, so they balance each other out. And that's one of the things that we didn't really specify when we were talking about the 9H, but that's a balanced drive system.
Right.
The woofers on the front and the woofers on the back cancel common vibration, so it's a lower distortion design using our differential drive motors on the woofers and an inverse differential drive on the mid-range. Very unique, very low distortion.
And guys, we reviewed the Sub 2 a couple of years ago, and it's one of the best measured subs we've had on our test bench. It exceeded our extreme Bassaholic rating. So we know Paradigm knows how to make subs, and we know that this sub is going to pack quite a punch. What are these, 8-inch drivers?
8.5s, yeah.
Okay. Well, cool.
You know what? Come here.
Yeah.
Come here. Let's take a look at this. I can show you what the driver looks like. You won't always get a chance to see this raw driver.
You know, I haven't done my arm curls today. So.
Oh, well, I haven't done them in a couple of years. But this is the driver itself. And extremely long excursion. This is an 8.5. There are two voice coils in here. They're wound in opposite directions, and this is what's called differential drive. It cancels common mode noise, it lowers distortion,
right,
and gives you higher output with lower distortion. And coupled to the surround with active ridge technology, we have 2 patents on this. After 4 years of research, we developed this this surround material and design that gives us 3 dB more output than previous designs. All these things are coupled together to give us extremely high output and extremely low distortion.
And good efficiency, right?
And good efficiency, 96 dB efficient on the 9H.
Well, the only question I have left for you, Rob, is which product are you going to send me for review?
It's your choice, Gene.
Okay.
Guys,
As
far as I'm concerned.
I'm going to go with a medium-sized floor standard. I don't want to kill my back, so I think I'll go with, is it the 3?
The 3 is the baby. The 5 is the middle of those 3 over there, so maybe the 5.
5 sounds good to me.
All right.
Well, guys, that's it. Take a look at these speakers online. We have the article up, and stay tuned for our review. We were very impressed with the demo here. This is showing you that Paradigm is really serious about high-end audio, so please take a look at these speakers if you're serious about it as well.
Thanks, Gene.
Okay. Guys, we're over at the Monoprice booth, and they have a lot of surprises here. Not only do they have a whole line of amplifiers, the monolith amps, and speakers, but they have this behemoth 15-inch subwoofer using a TC sound driver. It's slot ported, as you can see here. It's shaking the whole freaking place, and we're on the demo floor here. It's got 1200 watt amp, DSP controlled, goes down to 18 hertz. They have CEA reported data of 122 dB at 20 hertz and 2 meters. So this is like grounds for extreme rating, of course. Let's check out the back of the unit here. As you can see, I think it's got a 5-band parametric EQ, fully adjustable, software controlled, balanced inputs, USB, unbalanced. This looks awesome, guys. It's a prototype right now, so they can't give us final pricing, but they're guessing it's going to be $1,200 or less. And I'm telling you, this is going to put them on the map for people that want huge output on subwoofers that is affordable, and it looks pretty good too. I mean, it's built well. This thing is built like a brick shit house. It weighs like 200 pounds or so. So you definitely want to get 2 people to help you move this thing. So we can't wait for this to start shipping. We want to test it. We want to report back to you guys. Let us know what you think.
I'm over at the Golden Ear demo booth today, and I just heard their Sub X. That's the little brother to the Sub XL that we talked about last year. And they put on a great demo. They used in-walls for the main channels, and they used in-ceiling for the Atmos channel, so there were no bouncy house speakers. And believe it or not, when I sat in this demo, I thought for sure there were two subs playing, and Sandy Gross told me nope, it's just one sub, Super Sub X. And it has dual 8-inch drivers opposing for canceling distortion and vibrations, and it has the two passives. And let me tell you, this little sub packs quite a wallop, as Scotty would say. Anyways, guys, very impressive little package here. If you're looking for a good amount of output with tight bass and a very small form factor, I would get one of these, possibly two of these if you could afford it, and you should be very happy. Great demo here at Golden Ear. We really enjoyed it. We're over at the Rebel booth, and we're outdoors. Rebel is taking outdoor audio seriously. They say it's the fastest growing market right now in speakers. These are the L42s. They have dual 4-inch drivers with a 1-inch aluminum tweeter. MTM configuration. Has built-in lighting control, 70-volt transformer if you need it. These are the L41s, basically a coax single 4-inch tweeter. And then they have their L12. And you got to see the picture of these L12 that goes on the ground. You got a 12-inch sub. Sound really good. And then they have their box systems. I think these are the M55s with a 5-inch and a tweeter. And then over here, you have the M80. It's like a firecracker. It's basically an 8-inch version. So they've got a whole array of outdoor speakers for you guys. Rebel fans rejoice. You can now have their sound outdoors as well. Devin Zell of Paradigm and Martin Logan. Today he's representing Martin Logan. So Devin, why don't you tell us what's new with Martin Logan?
Well, this year we've been concentrating on relaunching our electrostatic loudspeaker line. At CES in 2016 we released the Renaissance ESL 15A, which is a US retail $25,000 per pair electrostat. Since we released that product around January, we've come out with 3 additional floor standing models. One being the Expression ESL 13A, it's a 13-inch electrostatic panel. The Impression ESL 11A, which has an 11-inch electrostatic panel. And then today at CEDIA, we're announcing the new Classic ESL 9. The Classic ESL 9 is a fully passive electrostatic speaker with dual 8-inch woofers and a 40-inch by 9.2-inch panel. And it completes the floor standing lineup of electrostats from Martin Logan.
Okay.
Now, if we step into what we call the Electromotion series, we've actually created a new product that came out a couple months ago that we're showing today. And this product's called the Electromotion ESLX. It's a $4,000 per pair electrostatic loudspeaker with dual 8-inch woofers. It's not part of the Masterpiece series. It has a slightly wider distribution base with regards to access to the consumer.
Okay, what about the center channels? Can you tell us something about those?
Yeah, let me get in here. So with the relaunch of the majority of our electrostatic speakers, we also had to re-examine our center channel speakers. And what we've done is try to design center channel speakers based on electrostatic technology that are based on applications. So we've created a product that's specifically designed as a floor-standing electrostatic center channel, something that's designed primarily to be used as an on-wall electrostatic center channel. And then a first for us, and I think for any electrostatic panel ever, is an electrostatic center channel speaker that will actually fit inside of an audio-video equipment rack or piece of furniture.
Okay.
Traditionally, it's very difficult to get a electrostatic center channel inside a rack. So the on-wall speaker is called the Focus ESL C18. It has an 18-inch stat panel, a folded motion tweeter, and dual 6.5-inch woofers. The floor-standing model, which is called the Illusion ESL C34A, has a 34-inch electrostatic panel, dual folded motion XT tweeters, and then 4 6.5-inch woofers with a 300-watt amplifier, a DSP control section, as well as the ability to use room correction in the woofer section, which is very much the same platform that top-end models and our Masterpiece series are designed around.
So the room correction is based on ARC again?
Yes, again, all the room correction technology that's in the Masterpiece series products is based on anti-room correction.
Okay. So now in the sound room over here, are you demoing a full system?
We are demoing a full system of our custom install products. Nothing new CEDIA this year, but some of the high-end Stealth Series Access and Edge in-wall products that we build, as well as some Electromotion honestly, I can't remember the exact model that's in the ceiling.
There's a lot of product here, so it's understandable.
A lot of product here. And we're doing a 7.1.4 Atmos demo in there of custom install products.
Well, this looks great. Devin, thanks for going over this.
Thank you.
I want to go in the sound room now and hear some more local
All right,
speakers.
let's do it.
We're back. We're at the Paradigm booth again, and the theme is outdoor speakers, just like we saw with Revel. We got Devin Zell here. He's our Zoolander hand model holding up the speaker here. They've got two speakers, guys. They've got the Go 6 and the Go 4. Now, the cool thing about these products, they come in 8 ohm, 70 volt, and 100 volt. And when they tell you it's a 6-inch driver or 4-inch driver, this is real 6-inch diameter and real 4-inch. You can see these drivers are much bigger than what you see from the normal 4 and 6s. They're not screwing around by counting the surrounds as part of the driver size. So you're getting the real cone area here. So these are the speakers that go in your garden. Now, if you want more bass, let me show you the subwoofers. They've got 2 subwoofers. Here's the big guy. This is the 12SW. It goes underground, and all you see is this little mushroom head that pops up, similar to the Rebel. And if you don't want that big of a sub, they also have the Garden 10SW. Same thing, it's just in a 10-inch driver, smaller enclosure. So that's it, guys. Everybody's doing a lot of these outdoor speakers now. They look good, they sound great. So consider this when you want to have some great Paradigm sound outdoors. Guys, we're here with Darren Egan, Sales and Marketing Director of RBH Sound, and he's about to show us a new line of speakers that they're debuting here at CEDIA 2016. How you doing, Darren?
Doing great, Gene. How are you?
Awesome as always, my friend.
Nice. Thanks for having us on your show.
My pleasure.
Yeah, me too. So what we have here, this is the Signature SV series. The Signature SV series was introduced at CES and at CEDIA previous to that last year. However, we've just made some revisions to this series for the reference series portion. The traditional standard SV series comes with a converted dust cap aluminum woofer and a soft dome tweeter. But for the reference series, what we do is we step up to the fixed phase plug, 6.5-inch aluminum cone woofers for the top 2 drivers. And then the tweeter, we've gone to a co-designed Arm Cantus AMT transducer. Basically, an AMT is, Arm Cantus has a trademark on the name Aerostriction. It acts like an accordion and it pushes the sound out as the accordion compresses and it pulls the air back when it opens. And that excitement is so linear that the impedance curve is relatively flat and makes the crossover design a lot more simple, and it also allows for effortless treble response all the way up to about 40,000 cycles. We're super excited for this tweeter, and it also carries over to our Signature in-wall reference product, and yeah, we're just super excited for the show, and guys a little taste of what we've got.
The same fabric we have
2016.
in the other.
What about the subwoofer? Can you tell us about the subwoofer as well?
Sure, yeah. This little guy right here in the front, well, I shouldn't call him little, he's relatively large. This is the SV12NR. This would be a non-powered reference 12-inch subwoofer. It's bottom vented. It has a capability of handling well over 500 watts worth of RMS power. And it has an incredible amount of output, linear output, which is more important. Yeah, there's actually 4 different models of SV12 subwoofer in the line. There's 2 standard models, 1 powered, 1 non-powered, stacked two reference models, one powered and non-powered. And then also in the line that's not shown here is our new SVT, and we'll have to show you that inside the sound room just in a few minutes.
2 questions for you, Darren. What finish options and when will these be shipping?
So the 2 finish options you're seeing right here in this video right now, one on the left is a South American rosewood, and the one on the right is the gloss black that's available. Both of these finishes are available immediately and shipping now. With the new Aerostriction tweeter, the AMT tweeter design, we're waiting for the end of October, and that option will become available then. As far as the 831 and the 821C, those are shipping now, other than the rosewood. The South American rosewood takes about 30 to 45 days from right now.
Okay, great. And can you give us some price breakdown on these models with the AMT tweeters?
Sure, yeah. So the SV6500T tower with the AMT tweeter in it is $4,400 for the set. And then the 661R, which is right next to it, that is around, boy, I think, Gene, you got me on this one. I think it's around $1,800 each, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I might be a little wrong in my pricing, but for the purpose of this, hopefully we'll be able to generate some interest on it. But yeah, the SV61s that are there, the bookshelves, those are about $1,200 a set without the reference, and I think they jump up to about $1,800 in the reference.
Well, Darren, this all looks great. I'm going to go into the demo room now because I'm dying to hear this AMT tweeter, and we'll let you guys know what we think.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, thanks, Darren.
Thank you, Gene.
Hey guys, we're in the theme here of massive subwoofers with massive output. We're over at the Priscilla Audio booth where they have their new V18 subwoofer. Extremely high output. It says 143 dB at 50 hertz, but they don't tell you exactly what distance that's measured or how it's measured, but it still looks very impressive. As you can see, it's got dual 18-inch drivers, 4-inch voice coils, 1200 watts per amplifier for each driver, DSP controlled. And you can see the 2 drivers are inside the box firing at each other. And we know this company has a reputation for making very high output products for very upscale home theater. You can see it's speaker level, so the amplifiers are external. Pretty cool. Something you definitely would hide away behind a screen or something. So if you want Grandpa Simpson's teeth to explode, you'd probably want to use this subwoofer to do it. Okay, guys.
We have Rolf Hawkins here from Pioneer, going to introduce their new soundbar technology.
There it is, our new speaker bar. It is an object-based speaker bar. So currently right now for the show we have it programmed for Dolby Atmos, but of course later on it will be DTS-X ready, of course. It is a 3-piece system, so we have the speaker bar here, which has 2 top firing drivers on either end and 6 drivers in the front. All of this is controlled and amplified by our box here, which has your AM/FM tuner, your network capabilities for streaming audio from network sources, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Deezer, Pandora, Spotify, etc., and so forth. HDMI connectivity, so you're not limited in the number that you normally would be if it was an all-in-one speaker bar design. So 4K Ultra HD with HDR pass-through, HDCP 2.2. In addition to that, we have our 3rd piece in the box, which would be the 6-inch wireless subwoofer. There is also, on the back of the media receiver box, a dedicated sub-out. So you do have that option of migrating over to a larger subwoofer as your needs require or your preferences. So we've got you covered in all the aspects as usual because it's Pioneer. Sound quality, as the folks at Audioholics will tell you, it's right up there.
Pretty dynamite, guys. Pretty dynamite.
Yep. We're very excited about it.
And what's our availability on this?
We're looking at sometime in the spring.
And I mean, this is like what, a $2,000 soundbar?
No, I wish we definitely could all use the extra cash. I could. It's actually going to be $1,000 street.
Wow.
Yeah.
For all 3 pieces.
All 3 pieces will come in one box, and we'll have some really great support for it. And we've been getting some excellent feedback at the show. not just from Audioholics, because we give them $5 here and there. But no, I mean, everybody's just been really giving us some incredible feedback on it. As we told Audioholics when we first got it, we thought, hey, this doesn't sound too bad. And then the people coming through the show, just been so enthusiastic, big smiles on their faces. Hey, this sounds amazing. And you mentioned the price point, and they're like, hey, I can work with that. That's
Even
not bad.
better. All right, well, thank you, Rolf. We really
Thank
do
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for your time. Thanks for coming in.
Hey guys, we're here with Hadrian Eben from Bose, and he's going to explain to us their new sound technology behind their soundbar and how it's different from what they've been doing in the past. How you doing, Hadrian?
Great, thank you very much. We're really excited to launch the new SoundTouch 300 soundbar here. As you can see, it's a slim profile soundbar, and we believe best-in-class performance at its price point. We've included premium materials like a glass top and a single-piece extruded aluminum enclosure for a nice high-end premium finish. We've also included new racetrack drivers that allow us to get deeper bass, along with our porting technology, our waveguide tubes that allow for that lower frequency. Most unique to this soundbar is our phase guide technology, which you will see up front. It's a ribbon tweeter of sorts that allows us to push our rear channel information out into the crowd to create that immersive experience. The SoundTouch 300 will come out October 7th for $699. We will also have the ability to add our new Acoustimass 300 module as our new subwoofer for $699 for that extra low bass performance.
Oh, where's the...
The Acoustimass 300 also has a nice glass top finish and is our newest design of a subwoofer. It plays lower and louder than any Bose subwoofer that we've ever created.
Do you know what the size drivers are in them?
It's a 10-inch size driver with our new quiet port technology built in. We also have the ability to add wireless rear speakers to this system. So the modularity is fantastic. You can start with a $699 soundbar that is sufficient for most needs. You can add the Acoustimass 300 for lower, deeper bass for another $699, and our wireless rears are $299 for the pair to complete the 5.1 home theater experience.
So what are we looking at for the whole 5.1 package, price-wise?
So it would be $1,700.
Nice. All right, guys, well, we're going to go take a listen. We'll let you know how it sounds.
Thank you.